Welcome back, college football fans. This is your in-depth recap and analysis for the college football playoffs semifinal games, the Fiesta Bowl and the Peach Bowl from 2025 through 2026. These games weren't just the semifinals. They determined who moves on to the national championship game on January 19th, 8 days away. We will break down what happened, why it happened, and what each team did right or wrong. As for me, and we're back. First, we will have the Fiesta Bowl game recap. Miami Hurricanes 31, Ole Miss Rebels 27. The final score: Miami 31, Ole Miss 27. A wild comeback from behind victory to send Miami to the national title in Glendale, Arizona. The number 10 Miami Hurricanes defeated the number 6 Ole Miss Rebels in a dramatic Fiesta Bowl battle. This wasn't just a quarterfinal win; it was a statement win for Miami, showcasing resilience and the execution in the big moments. The key players and performances were: the first key player / performer, it is Carson Beck, quarterback from Miami. Beck was the heart and the engine of the Hurricanes offense. He finished with 268 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and a key touchdown run late in the game, including the game-sealing 3-yard touchdown with 18 seconds left. That drive was completely textbook clutch. Balanced pacing with complete aggression. Why Beck mattered: his efficient passing under pressure made plays with both his arms and legs, led Miami final 15-play drive. The Ole Miss Rebels standouts. Ole Miss just didn't show up. They nearly pulled off the upset, but quarterback Trinidad Campbell and receiver Daquan Wright teamed up for a late game touchdown that gave Ole Miss the lead. They nearly changed the whole entire CFP bracket. The Rebels team fought to the end, demonstrating that under pressure, interim head coach Pete Golden, they weren't intimidated by the biggest stages. Why Miami won? Because of their clutch execution, pressure, and under pressure. Miami final drive was completely smart, patient, and perfectly balanced, missing short passes, runs, and clock management. Defensive bending, but not breaking. Ole Miss moved the ball at all times, but Miami's defense forced enough key stops when it mattered the most. And also coaching adjustment. Head coach Mario Cristobal adjusted after a slow start, and Miami executed the revised game plan in the second half, while Ole Miss lost because of his opportunities in key moments. Despite big offensive plays, Ole Miss couldn't take the lead when it had control. Turnover timing: the Rebels moved the ball quickly on some drives, but failed to capitalize at the goal line. The final drive was completely outstanding by Miami. Ole Miss simply didn't answer when it counted the most. The offensive insights is Miami's offense just didn't score. It completely controlled the clock and the tempo. Ole Miss piled up yards, but Miami got the fourth down stops and critical third down conversion when it needed. Ole Miss reached Miami's red zone multiple times, but Miami's defense completely stiffened when the game was on the line, holding the Rebels to just 27 points despite fewer minutes of possession overall. The turning point was the final drop. 15 plays, disciplined execution, and Beck's final touchdown rush was the turning point. It swung the momentum for a potential Ole Miss upset into Miami's celebration. And now, the Peach Bowl. Number 1, Indiana Hoosiers versus the number 5 Oregon Ducks. Location: Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. The CFP semifinals in the Peach Bowl. The team overview was: Indiana entered as a top seed in the playoffs, completely dominated all season, known for precise offense and strong defense. Comes in with a 56-22 win over Oregon in earlier that year. Indiana plays completely disciplined, mistake-free football, few penalties, excellent third down conversions, and a smart game management. The Oregon Ducks are a high-powered offense that thrive on big plays, earned a spot in the semifinals with a strong performance, including a 51-54 offensive showcase against, my college. Of course, I don't want to go to the future. James Madison. Oregon can score in bunches, but have game inconsistency and penalties have been trouble spots. The key players to watch, and that was for Indiana, of course, Fernando Mendoza, quarterback, Indiana, Heisman level talent, and the heartbeat of the huge, efficient offense. For Oregon's run game and plus their wideout, explosive playmakers capable of breaking big plays at any moment. The key strategies area for the Peach Bowl, it was time of possession. Indiana thrives when it keeps the ball steadily and clock running. The turnovers what will flip this game. If Oregon protects the ball, it completely stayed competitive. Who converts when it matters most? Indiana wins come from mistakes on the third down. Indiana discipline versus Oregon explosiveness. Whoever controls the defense will have the edge. And apparently, Indiana completely beat them. They beat them. Straight for football controls the clock and limits big plays, big Oregon plays. It likely reaches the national championship if Oregon finds out big play success early. It forces Indiana into uncontrollable territory, and that's where their upsets happen. This game is a clash from precision versus explosiveness. If they can define the playoff landscape, with Miami winning the Fiesta Bowl and advancing to the title game, the Peach Bowl winner will face Miami, of course, Indiana. So Indiana will face Miami on January 19th at the Hard Rock Stadium, giving whatever team emerges a chance to play for a national championship. Both games highlights discipline, execution under pressure, and coaching adjustments distinguish great teams from good ones. Miami comeback exemplified grit, and Indiana's consistency exemplified precision, and Oregon's explosiveness reminds us that no lead is safe. Thank you for tuning in. This is your 2025 through 2026 playoff Fiesta Bowl and Peach Bowl recap and analysis. We saw clutch performances, heartbreak, and programs stacking their claims for history. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you at the next national championship, which is January 19th. I'm out.